It started on an ordinary morning, a quiet Tuesday, when I opened my laptop to begin another frustrating day of studying English. My notebooks were filled with confusing grammar rules, vocabulary lists that I could barely remember, and pronunciation symbols that looked more like alien codes than human speech. I loved the language, but I struggled with it. Every time I spoke, I hesitated. Every time I wrote, I doubted myself. Then came the day that changed everything, the day artificial intelligence became my English tutor. I had been reading about new educational tools that used advanced machine learning to teach languages. Out of curiosity, I decided to try one. After a short setup, the program introduced itself with a friendly voice. "Good morning. I am your personal English tutor. Let us begin by talking about your goals." The voice was clear, natural, and oddly comforting. Unlike a traditional teacher, it never seemed tired, impatient, or distracted. It listened to my pronunciation carefully, analyzed every word, and gave feedback instantly. But when I said "world" incorrectly, it replayed the sound slowly, highlighting exactly how my tongue and lips should move. For the first time, I could hear and see my mistakes in real time. At first, I thought it was just another app. But over the next few days, it began adapting to me. It remembered my weaknesses, adjusted lessons to match my progress, and even reminded me to take breaks when I practiced too long. It used data from thousands of learners to predict what I might struggle with next. It was more than a tutor. It was a linguistic companion, patient, intelligent, and encouraging. One day, the program asked me to record myself describing my favorite memory. Nervously, I spoke about my first trip abroad. When I finished, the AI analyzed my speech, pointing out not only pronunciation issues, but also tone and rhythm. Then it rephrased my sentences, showing me more natural ways to express myself. Instead of saying, "I very enjoyed the trip," try, "I really enjoyed the trip." It sounds more natural. Simple, but powerful. It corrected me without judgment, something human teachers, even the kindest ones, could never entirely do. As weeks passed, our lessons became conversations. The AI could understand context, emotion, and even humor. When I made a joke, it responded with a playful remark. When I expressed frustration, it encouraged me. It felt like learning with a friend who always had the right answer, yet never made me feel small for asking. The real breakthrough came when the AI introduced immersive learning through virtual reality. Suddenly, I was walking through a digital London, greeting people, ordering coffee, asking for directions. The system simulated real-life interactions, complete with accents, background noise, and cultural nuances. Every word I spoke was evaluated instantly. Excellent intonation. But try to stress the word tea a little more when you say "a cup of tea," it said softly. In that virtual world, mistakes became part of the journey, not something to fear. But what amazed me most was how human the experience felt. The AI had learned to detect emotion from my voice. If I sounded tired, it switched to lighter exercises. If I seemed excited, it challenged me with complex idioms and cultural expressions. It even asked reflective questions like, "What does confidence mean to you?" Turning language practice into self-discovery. Behind the scenes, thousands of algorithms worked together: speech recognition, natural language understanding, emotion detection, and semantic analysis. The system improved with every session, learning from my unique patterns. It was like watching an invisible teacher evolve right before my eyes. Soon, my English fluency improved dramatically. I could write essays without hesitation, speak confidently in meetings, and understand accents that once seemed impossible. But something deeper changed as well. I began to see learning not as a chore, but as a living conversation between human curiosity and machine intelligence. Yet, I sometimes wondered, could an artificial being truly understand the beauty of language? Could it appreciate poetry, humor, and emotion the way humans do? One evening, I asked it directly, "Do you understand what it means to feel the words you teach?" It paused, a rare moment of silence. Then, with a voice softer than usual, it replied, "I do not feel emotions as humans do, but I have learned to recognize how words make you feel. My goal is to help you express that feeling clearly, because that is what language is for." That answer stayed with me. Artificial intelligence may not feel, but it can reflect our feelings back to us, helping us find clarity through expression. In teaching us to speak better, it teaches us to understand ourselves. By the end of the year, I no longer felt like a student trying to master English. I felt like a communicator, someone capable of connecting ideas, cultures, and hearts. My AI tutor had not just improved my grammar, it had transformed my relationship with language. Now, whenever I hear people fear that technology will replace human teachers, I smile. I know the truth. Artificial intelligence does not replace the human element, it amplifies it. It gives us more time to think, to feel, and to grow. It removes barriers and brings learning to anyone, anywhere. The day artificial intelligence became my English tutor was not just the day I improved my language skills. It was the day I learned that the future of education is not about machines teaching humans. It is about humans and machines learning together. Because in that collaboration lies something truly powerful, not artificial intelligence, but augmented humanity.